Professor. Also, thank you, presenters. I'm so excited to see that there are local studies performed by local researchers about liquefaction and also seismic hazard related issues. What I would like to ask is, how is the local reaction? Because we always discuss the technical aspects of the problem, but there is a human-related issue. So that's what I was curious about, to stimulate the discussions in the afternoon. That was the question to both of the researchers and the professor. Also, one question about the gravel soils. Are they really gravels, or are they some sandy soils with gravels? I would like to get your comment about that. Thank you.
Let's first of all answer the gravel soil. Thank you, Kemal Hocam, for your question. I would like to say that they are not purely gravel. They are gravelly soils, mostly sandy gravels, and there is a threshold between them. They are, if you increase the gravel content very, very much, they are most likely not probable to liquefaction, actually. Yes, they are not pure gravels.
Thank you, Hocam, Kemal Hocam, for your valuable question. When I was in the site, I can say that I always welcomed from the local people who are living on that side. They always welcome me. They offer me sometimes teas, drinks. So I have never faced with any problems on site while doing our tests inside.
Thank you, Hocam, for the comments, basically. Well, what I understand from your local reaction, I understand the committees that we have, especially the Chamber of Civil Engineers, have significant attention on this topic. So we feel easy to study on these topics nowadays to gain access to the available data. Thank you.
That's why my question, maybe I wasn't too clear about my question, I apologize. But this is the reaction we receive usually, like when we end up classifying some bodies' houses, oh, it's founded on liquefiable soils, you know, the chance of liquefaction is very high, or PGA levels are high because of the basin effects or site effects. So when you share this kind of information, then some people don't like it because they say, oh, you're reducing the value of my house and this and that. And then that's how things, even though I understand that as researchers, we don't care. That wasn't our motivation. We're not really after putting extra value or devaluing somebody's house. So that was my perspective regarding my question.
Maybe I can say something on that. Usually we don't really publish on the media and that kind of stuff, but Chamber of Civil Engineers take this very serious until the entire study is complete, so that they can publish or do adjustments to readily available seismic design codes and do modifications on those, and the information is somehow distributed. But we don't really see that kind of reaction. I don't know, maybe it's in the culture of the island. We don't have any reaction.
That's perfect.
Maybe Abdullah Hocam wants to add something on that.
Yes.
Thank you. Kemal Hocam, thank you for the really important question, actually. As you may remember, we have carried out a study for us in Tuzla region, which was covering most of the region, was depending on CPT studies that has been done there. And actually, we are adapting that study to actually limit some construction in the area. And in some occasions we get some objections, but I believe our community trusts science and they respect the chamber at the same time. So and when all these things get together and go through together with the people from practice, and we get them accepted and then publicize it, it's not getting too much objection, which is good. I mean, and that's why we're trying to do these events as well, to increase the highlight the region actually, because not just Tuzla, we have it in Long Beach, and now we're seeing some SPT results further on, bit more north part of Long Beach area as well, that might be susceptible for the production. So as we're building up this database, collecting SPTs on a single database, occasionally we are going through the data and highlighting these areas and spotlighting the areas as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, from Abdullah for the clarification. I suppose we can't close our eyes on problems, but we can try and organize or plan studies to help us give us more insight into the problems and maybe come up with solutions or modify our codes, as Dr. Subkan said. And we've been doing this for a long time now. Hopefully, it will get better and better. Now, if you don't mind, yes, Professor.
Professor Atala from nearest university. First, I'll give some information, very small, to Professor Önder. Yes, it is our responsibility in North Cyprus to find it, to share with the people, because the people which they have such houses in that region, they are at most risk, if there is a risk. So I think it is our responsibility, and we have to inform them whether the poverty value goes down or not. It is a truth, and this is a risk, and is a danger as well. And our government, our chambers, and not only the chamber, but all chambers, because took this step back in 2000, maybe before. We were working on the risk of the earthquake and about the soils which they are most at risk, and the regions. And and lately, the president of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus created an earthquake committee, which myself, Ismail Hoca, Abdullah Hoca are there, and we are having some maybe projects how we are going to inform more the people. Now, all these, I speak generally, now then I come to it, if you don't mind. We are talking about the magnitude, but of course, the magnitude of the older Cyprus is low according to the other regions. The damage which is done is more according to the magnitude. Therefore, we consider Cyprus as an earthquake country. The example or the reference you gave for 2001 for clays, actually this is a swelling clays. They are related, but not so much, because they are over-consolidated clays. is just maybe you took the meaning. For salamis, which you mentioned in 342, in 342 salamis was demolished and only 5% was rebuilt. So the present place of salamis maybe is not the same because Tuzla, but 3,000 years ago, was a harbor. Therefore, the present Tuzla now, it was a seawater. So maybe this is a problem as well. We have to look at it as well. And I think when we are talking about the Tuzla and Long Beach, we may have more information about although Ismail did some things, what is the area exactly? And one paper was saying that a lot of clay, but I don't think it's so much clay because we are talking about the last 3,000 years, which the streams bring these sediments. These are very fresh sediments and they are very highly risky. So I congratulate you for making these research. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. Is there any other question? No? Okay. I think we can thank to our